You know, education is key to success and passports to our future. And that's why they are here today to tell us more on how to best acquire education. We have in the studio Tesi Nkem, the Director Counseling 3AG Global Resources. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
We also have Dr. Austin Nnalue, a retired permanent secretary, Office of the Secretary to the State Governor. You're also welcome.
Thank you.
And we have with us today Dr. Queen Obi, MD, Magze Concept. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's like we have doctors today in the studio. You are all welcome. Yeah. All right, let's start with you, Tesi Nkem, the Director and Counseling of 3AG Global Resources. Tell us why people like going over to abroad to study.
I mean, there's no limit to how we explore education, really. We shouldn't limit our minds to just what we have in our neighborhood. It's often better to explore different cultures, different countries, different ideas, get this knowledge in, and then come back to the country to develop the country. I mean, there's a lot of people who have gone out and grown themselves and recognized different ways of doing things, and then come back here to implement them. I mean, case in point, the MD of this business, of this company. So I mean, it's something that of this organization, is something that a lot of people want to do, but often don't get to meet the right people to put them through on how to do it properly.
Exactly. My next question, coming to you, Dr. Austin. A lot of people want to go outside to study, but they don't know the pros and cons, the procedures, what they need to do. So how are you creating awareness to people on how best to go about if they want to go outside this country to study?
Yeah, that is why we are mounting this program. We have tried to sensitize and mobilize and educate our youths on the way to go. Many of them were patronizing some of these 419 people. So we have gone around the schools. Many, as you bear with me, the opportunities we have here does not satisfy the yearning of our children, of our youth. And many of them want to get abroad to diversify their search for ideas and knowledge. So we have done a lot in that direction. Many of them are aware, and we believe that tomorrow they will all show up, and we'll have a good interactive seminar.
Okay. Just before we go into the seminar proper, Dr. Queen Obi, right? What are the benefits of one going outside the shores of this country to study? Talking about personal benefit, academic benefit, and career benefits.
All right, so it's very important that we let people know why it is important that you go abroad. We know that Nigerians do well abroad and the educational system here is okay, but the important thing is when you go abroad, you have the opportunity to study with people from all over the world. That on its own is a learning process. The diversity that brings gives you to understand what is happening in China, what is happening in India, what are they doing, why are they getting it right, how can I bring that to my country, Nigeria, and how can I make it better? So there is a lot of opportunities you get by studying abroad. And again, as a country, we also need the ideas, the knowledge, that sending these kids out there and letting them understand what is happening technologically in the world now will help us here to actually step up in our own technology development and groups. So it is very important that we understand that it's not like we are not doing well as citizens or as Nigerians, but we need to be globally very much aware of what is happening, and that is why it is important to study abroad.
Of course. Chelsea, let's continue. You know, anything that has advantage equally has a disadvantage as well. Do you think there are some disadvantages, so to say, concerning if one goes abroad to study?
Okay, I believe that home is always home. and it's something that we as Africans and Nigerians hold, and Igbos hold dear to us, and that's our culture. And as long as we have been able, but there's one thing I also believe: when you teach your child the way to go, they will never depart from it. So when we've raised the child up to a certain age, and then we push them into a bigger society and different countries, we are exporting our culture, we are exporting the way we behave and the way our children behave abroad. So necessarily, I don't see that as a disadvantage. I see that as us exporting ourselves and sharing with the world what we have to offer, while we are learning from them as well in order to bring back home.
Okay, let's talk about the seminar tomorrow. What happened? What made you to come up with such seminar, Doctor?
Yeah, because, like I said earlier, Anambra State is the light of the nation. Our children have great yearning for education, to learn, and the facilities and institutions we have in the country does not even satisfy them. So, is to present the benefits of studying abroad to them, so that many of them, of course, will take the cue and take the opportunity to seek to study in the countries that were mentioned and get the benefits that follow such exposure.
Okay, Dr. Queen, you are the MD of Maxi Concert Limited, and you are the MD of Chi. Okay, you are the not the MD now. You are the director of Chi AG Global Resources. Why did you guys decide to come together to put up with the seminar?
Well, partnership is something that Nigerians have not understood, and being that we have decided to come together so that what I know and what she knows will make it actually more beneficial. The truth is, we're talking about global education. There's no way I can represent all the schools, and there's no way she can represent all the schools. But right now,
and there's no way both of you can represent all the schools. Yeah.
So we need more
partnerships.
We need more partnerships, so that when somebody comes to me and say, I want to go to maybe Australia, I might not have a school, but she has a school. And I say, Tessie, can you send this child to Australia? That makes it easier, and I cannot just say, go away. And when somebody says, oh, I want to go to Canada, she can say, Queen, do you have anybody? Do you have a school for this particular program? And that way, people are not just taken or forced to go to where they don't want to go to because I'm trying to actually make the money. So actually, it is a global partnership that works and works for the benefit of the people. That is why we have come together.
Okay, sorry, and I want to add that we're not here alone. It's not just the two of us. So we have representatives of various universities here with us. We have representatives of Swansea University in the UK here. They're already in Oka. We have representatives of Shorelight Education Group. Shorelight Education Group represents over 20 schools in the USA. And then we've got University of Central Lancashire. It's also in the UK, and they're here already and available to speak with the students on Saturday, tomorrow.
Okay, the seminar is coming up tomorrow. Where and when?
Okay, so the seminar will hold at Jesse Hotel. Jesse Hotels is at Igweze Street. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. we'll be there responding to questions about going to study abroad, about visa applications, about scholarships and discounts that are available. So all those questions will be answered. And if you find that this is something that you really want to do, we will be taking applications too tomorrow, so that by next week, if you want to go and study this year, some of the students will be receiving their admission letters by next week.
All right. I saw in your flyer studying and working abroad. So do you also secure a job or help people secure a job over there probably after studying there?
Okay, most countries on a student visa, you're allowed to work a minimum amount of hours. So if you want to go, what we find is that a lot of people who wish to seek experience from outside of the country go about it the wrong way and get into trouble. So if you really want to seek that experience in terms of work, You go there as a student, you're allowed to work 20 hours a week in some countries, 40 hours bi-weekly in the other countries. You have different opportunities of internships of 6 months, of 1 year, for different programs in different countries and different universities. So it depends on what you want to study. You have those opportunities to work while you're studying. I mean, it's based that you have the opportunity to work while you're studying, and you can also work after you studied, in order to gain valuable work experience that you're going to use when you return.
I know we have, this is not just the first company that is doing this kind of thing. Okay. So what's the guarantee that you guys are for real? This is Nigeria, So what's the guarantee that this is for real? Probably for the listener out there.
Okay, like I said, we are not travel agents. We are educational agents, meaning we represent schools in UK, in Australia, in Germany, in America. That we are here now means that we have the backing of the schools abroad. It means that whatever we do here, admission offered you by tomorrow, is actually valid there, because the representatives of other schools are here with us. So we are actually making you understand that come to us and we can give you the right thing. We are not agent. We're not looking for just money. We are looking to get you to your destination in a proper way and go about it the right way. Most people don't understand that it is important to do things the right way. Somebody will say, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to America, and you're looking to go get a visitor visa to go. No, you can actually get a study visa. It's just about you understanding that all you need to do is to package your application well, and that is why we're here, to help you package that application. The embassy don't know who you are, they only see your documents. So we help you get these documents together, and you actually will get the visa. As for the admission, it's guaranteed. We are representing schools already. We're not here as Maxi, we're not here as 2A Global, we're here as schools abroad. Whatever we say, they will abide by that because they have centers. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That is why it is important for you to know that we are different from others.
Okay, so I also want to clarify on packaging the documents. Doesn't mean we will provide the documents. We will just let you know that the documents you have are sufficient. You just don't know how to present them in order to get your visas. So we'll use your documents packaged the right way.
Right. Okay. So, Dr. Austin, people that want to attend the seminar tomorrow, what are they coming with? What are the requirements? What do they need to come with to the seminar?
They are coming to hear the speakers interact, ask questions, and present, of course, what they have, and interact with them, because the interaction will help them in packaging and their documentations, so enable them to achieve the objective. So they are coming to listen and to ask questions.
Why I asked that, is the seminar for free? Are we coming with any money? That's why I asked. Yeah, what are the requirements? What are you coming with to the seminar?
Okay, is that what you mean? There are classes, there are people that are coming. Early birds, they will need to pay 3,500. But the students from the schools, for them it is free. Invited.
So students in secondary schools.
Okay. Also in secondary schools, they will come but it's free.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as they're coming with the secondary school,
yes.
With the school organized.
Yes.
Transportation.
Okay, now let me get this straight. Okay. Who are the people you are expecting to come for the seminar tomorrow?
Okay, we're expecting students currently rounding up WAEC, and maybe those in the penultimate year, that's SS2, who are probably going to study next year, so they get information beforehand. And then we're expecting people who already have a degree and want to go for a master's program, are looking for PhD programs. Some lecturers in some of the universities we have here that want to go for further education in order to come back and serve. There are lots of lecturers who are able to access like TED Fund scholarships, but are not able to get their applications through to universities because they are not in Lagos or Abuja or in the major cities where these kinds of fairs happen. So those are the people that we are targeting. Secondary school, SS2, SS3, then those graduates that want to go for their masters or PhD.
All right, we are rounding off. So from you, what's your last word to the Anambra, the students, the people that are listening to us right now?
So I want to let the Anambra people know that we are actually here so they will have the knowledge and the opportunity to get into schools abroad with less stress. We also want them to know that if this works successfully, it will become a yearly thing. Because we're here down in the East, most people don't know what it takes and how to go about all of this. But if they have this knowledge, they will now understand that easily they can go to schools abroad and they can do any kind of do any form of master's degree, PhD abroad and still return back here to work.
Okay, the numbers for them to reach out if they want to come or to call, numbers.
Okay, for me, they can reach me on 0809 955 1588. And Dr. Queen?
080-384-11326.
Dr. Austin?
It's 080-3350-4440.
All right, thank you so much, Stacey Nkem, the Director Counseling 3AG Global Resources. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Dr. Queen Obi, MD, Maxi Concepts, and Dr. Austin Ndalo, Retired Permanent Secretary, Office of the Secretary to the State Government. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.